Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another episode here of Just Dolan. Today we're going to be playing some more Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 1, Onikakushi Hen. Last time we went on a picnic with Rena and Mion, and Satoko and Rika showed up, and a bunch of zany silliness ensued, and we got into a contest to see who could make Rena give you the most apple rabbits, and it was pretty funny because of how badly we lost to Rika. But I'm just gonna move on from that now. That was pretty good. I'm really not sure what to expect. Also, I looked up if there was a way to tell who the fuck is speaking. Nobody has ever Google searched that before, apparently, because I found nothing. So whatevs. Anyway, moving on. Let's go. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rena and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah. Lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then, well, would you mind taking a little detour, maybe? Maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. Ooh, this music. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the businessy idea was with this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here. Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait. She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born-and-bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa! My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall. Don't fall, watch your step. I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively run around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the cicadas gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to someone's presence. Startled, I turned around. Is that really how typical photographers look? Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! You surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't, from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask you your word, dude. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. It's also pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. This older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling by himself. Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. I don't know why that was so hard to read. You have someone with you. What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I was talking with Rena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Oh, God. See, if I said that and someone said that, I'd assume they were fucking with me back and I would keep it going on purpose. Haha, Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess. I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Keiichi-kun. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. I think that's what I would sound like. Maybe. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder? It wasn't Reina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh, yes. So listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. Forgot about this. A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place, that life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders. Oh, cute. I just want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't take it out so easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out. To repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today. Oh, thank you. Birds heading home from the roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. Keiichi-kun is going to help. I could take Colonel Sanders home. Ah. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in a dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Rena. Long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. How? Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something? I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... So, you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That's the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. Wow, again with that. Man, I called him sexist, but all the girls are also being like that. I'd say it's just old-fashioned thinking. Because there's nothing blatantly, like, rude about it. Or at least I don't think they intend to be when they think it. So I want to post-emptively take back the fact that I said that a few episodes ago. Anyway, moving on. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitake-san said, then I had a feeling only... Just say cicada! Then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. That was my Higurashi impression. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You've received new tips: the Maibara Mansion, the dam site murder / Alright, review all tips. Maibara Manor, the dam site murder / dismemberment newspaper edition. Alright, we'll go with Maibara Manor first, I suppose. I like these tips. These tip-taps. So, K-chan, you're not stinking rich, huh? What's this all of a sudden? Did I come to school in a limo before? How much do you get for a monthly allowance? About $10. My, that's a rather plebeian amount. His lunch is made up of normal stuff. He isn't rich. What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much I get and then told that it's a plebeian amount. Sorry. Rena seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling. Gei-chan, your house, it's pretty big, yeah? So the architecture has people all around Inamizawa calling it the Maibara Manor, and it kind of stands out. Maibara Manor? Since the house is so big, everybody is gossiping, wondering exactly how rich you are. I see. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it is huge. I see how it could be the cause of some misunderstandings. From my deduction, I wager they spent too much money on building the house, and that is why they are now broke. Dylan can't read. Being broke, how very, very unfortunate. Rika-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar. Yeah, sorry for ruining your imagination, but we aren't millionaires or poor. We're the spitting image of a normal average household, thank you very much. You can't call it normal with that huge house. The entranceway is all grand and the gate is large enough for a large truck to get through. That's not normal at all. They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it, too. There are a bunch of different workshops, and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge, too. For those reasons, my family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. He planned it out so people and cars could come in to see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is one for the studio and is normally sealed off. The entranceway for the Maibara family actually uses... The entranceway that the Maibara family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside. I'd really like a chance to explore Kei-chan's house. Claiming not to be rich but having a home like that. What could be hidden there? Maybe there's something cute hidden, haha. They probably had no money to purchase furniture, so it's filled with Spartan rooms. If there are carpeted rooms, I'd love to try rolling around on the floor. Wow. I have this feeling like Rika's trying to tease Rena too. Wow, that'd be so great. I want to roll around too. Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them over. Dad is a sucker for the ladies. He might even let them look around his studio. Okay, that's not creepy. The cry of the Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. Okay. We got a big house. Alright, let's read about this damn site. Dismemberment. Newspaper edition. From the June XX 1979 edition. The Shishibone City Okinomiya Police Station, June XX late that night. Suspect XXX were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender, XXXX, has been added to wanted lists nationwide. According to our sources, the 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site workroom on the XX at 9 p.m. Ugh, so much reading. I mean, I know what I'm getting into, but damn. Where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer, XXXX, as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. On the XX at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. XXXX. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of a murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. Huh, okay. I'm gonna save the game. It was a fun-filled, crazy day, says my save data. End of chapter 2, says my save data. Continue, because we still have like 15 minutes. And I bet we could get through one act. Or one scene, I should say. One scene. Colonel Sanders! Ah, of course, that's right up her alley. I understand her wanting to take home Satoko and Rika-chan, but I can't understand the Colonel Sanders thing. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? Probably better to hear it from Reina, don't you think? She'd probably just say, because it's just so cute. No. Does Reina often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure? Every now and then she says she's going to have a look. But a girl her age rummaging around in garbage is, well... If Reina enjoys it, then I think it's fine. What were they doing over there? Dam construction? It had been bugging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. Ha! It was cancelled a long-ass time ago. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Hearing an ominous word like fought come from Rika-chan's mouth startled me. That's right! It was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk in the reservoir, and we had no say in the matter. So I'm only able to be here because the protest succeeded. I'm sorry. I didn't keep you, did I? I don't know why. I thought Satsuko was here the whole time. But she just came in as well. I don't know why that confused me. That one shouldn't have. That one was my fault. My deepest apologies, Keiichi-san. It took me a while to powder my nose. Satsuko, wait to use the can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right out. Eek, how dare you speak that way with a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself? Who is she calling a maiden? If Satsuko was really a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. That sounds about right. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Maebara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you? Rena has no objection. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Me and Satsuko both approve. The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. A unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Maebara-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer it if You didn't single me out. Let's try to get along. You're so naive, Rena. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. This was starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club is it? To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Rika-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day, it seemed that depending on the day where there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the person who finished in last place. I'll make this clear right now, we aren't playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society, aim only for first place! Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed! Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you are obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Satoko said it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary. Of course, I'll do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to just play for fun. Alright, then I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, K-chan. Rena could get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at school? Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games would put K-chan at a disadvantage. So today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard-ass card game like Old Bachelor? Alright, let's do this. Old Bachelor, isn't that just Old Maid? Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced to having the face drawn on. What do you think? Whoa, whoa. It won't be oil-based paint, right? Right? Oil-based face painting with oil-based paint. This is perfect. Satoko cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. If it's gonna be like this, then I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Oh wait, no, that was her talking. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. That's what I said, thank you. There's only one difference. There's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start. Meaning, there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. I'll take out the card now. Rena took out the card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the endgame. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. This fucking music. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, and all the while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. Like Pegasus! No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is? Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly. She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Bring it! I'll take the advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. Keh! How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. What? By the way, the Bachelor is the Jack of Diamonds. Gah. I can tell what they are even if you switch them around. I'm out. I thought I was prepared. But for it to be this brutal, it's just overwhelming. Demons? You're all demons! Rena isn't a demon, are you? Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is the Three of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out! Ah! Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rika-chan. These club activities weren't to be trifled with. An alumnus of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a deathmatch on a deserted island, these guys would probably take to it like fish to water. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest points total wins. Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points. There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard. I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck. It's fine, it's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all, he said so himself. He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think? A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's. Keep on fighting, yeah. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maebara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Reina said, each card has its own distinct markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you could do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory. Whoa, great Keiichi-kun, just like that. I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen. The one with the ripped corner should be the 5. And I'm out. I couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then it was my turn. Satsuko fanned out her cards. You see, I want the 7. Is this the one? I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There's a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she didn't want it to be taken. That kind of expression. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by me. I know. It's this one. Got it. 7 of spades. A cheer of ooh rang out as I took a different card. Whoa, what's this? The 7 should be the hardest one out of all to teleport. It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course, everyone else was, too. Whoa, it's rare that Mi-chan gets a card wrong. No! Kei-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it. Are you saying he disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? What an impressive show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit. Clap, clap, clap. That's great, Keiichi-kun. This is running long. That was an incredible match, you know? Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. By the total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. But YOLO. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who is at the top already and ensured victory. You don't piss off the person with the marker that's about to draw on your face, dude. Even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do. Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for that? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, and then shuffled the resulting hand back behind her back. The card on my right or the card on my left? K-chan can guess which hand the Joker is in. If K-chan can guess which hand the Joker's in, then he wins. When you turned around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show you the card in the other hand. That okay? The other three gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright. You've got it. Mion grasped one card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First, I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was. Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful. Yeah, of course. This is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't the one I had seen before. Or it wasn't one that I had seen before. Ah, that card is... I didn't let that bit from Satoko slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Satoko's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Oh! Kei-chan thinks it's the one on the right. Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card on the right was the Joker, even without Mion's taunting. The one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Satoko's reaction? More carefully. Ah, I remember now. That mark, the left card. No doubt about it. The 7 of clubs. It's the 7 of clubs, I see. It's the 7 of clubs, I see. I've won. The card on the left was the 7 of clubs, so that meant the card on the right was the Joker. And then just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker. Huh? What would Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Oh! What makes you so certain that the right one isn't the Joker, Kei-chan? Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs. Then... doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah. One of those is the Joker, right? Keiichi has good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by... So basically, the 7 of clubs... I discarded that by matching it with Satoko's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned by the sloppy pile. So that means, Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card, and that means... I see, I get it. The left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right? It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is on the left one! It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking the silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of the club, I've been a witness to a variety of performances. Kei-chan, yours is the best. The best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give, or would ever give anyone for her whole life. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory. Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory. Huh. Rika-chan is... Rena and Satoko gaped at us as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Rena? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This was fair and square. Ho ho ho. Rika only pets someone on the head to console them. Huh? What's the meaning of... At that moment, Rena let out a small shriek. Keiichi-kun! This is how it was? You know, K-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Heh. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand. K-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turns it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable, it was the 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Maeba's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and our exalted loser is Keiichi Maebara. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. That wasn't my line. I'm still talking. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that I was unexpectedly felt unexpectedly rather refreshing. When Michan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited, thinking she's gonna do it again. She's done that before. When Keiichi-san stopped the moment before touching the correct card, I thought, he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily. Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly? Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons, you monsters! Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, alright? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school tomorrow. The other three members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Okay. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go! She took the cap off of the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No! I let out my deep throes. My death throes. My deep throes. I let out my deep throat. Oh, God. It felt like I was just voice acting a fucking episode of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero. Okay. Let's get to a point. Okay. Whew. That was something, huh, guys? That was surely something, huh, guys? Oh, man. Yeah, that's going on a little longer than I expected. I didn't think that would take so long. Alright. Well, I will have to end the episode here, you guys. So, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you want, if you want to. If not, that's cool. That's cool. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying recording and making these videos. This game is fun so far. I'm super into it. I hope you can tell by my high energy this episode. I'm actually really getting into it. This is pretty rad. So I will see you guys all next time. And we're going to be leaving school with a weird oil marker fucking drawing on our face. So that's neat. Anyway. I'm going to be signing off now. I'll see you guys later for some more Higurashi When They Cry, Ch.1 Onikakushi Hen. Ciao.